Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? I am sitting on my patio in our hotel. Let me see if I can do this a little bit. In our hotel in San Diego, and we're like literally right on the beach. Like we're 10 feet from the beach. So I know it's probably really loud from the ocean crashing right now. It is so beautiful. But Alex is asleep inside. He fell straight out of sleep. I went and like called some friends and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna vlog now. This is not gonna be a long vlog tonight. I wanted to vlog like traveling here today and all this kind of stuff, but I got so tired. So I'm just gonna kind of fill you in and let you guys know what happened during the day. We had a great day, but I just was so completely exhausted. It took me forever to get my vlog uploaded last night, and so I got 14 minutes of sleep. This is like way back. I got 14 minutes of sleep, and I kind of was thinking that if it was closer, you guys would be able to hear me more, so maybe I should make it a little bit closer, but anyway, you don't really care if my head is cut off. And then I got up and I took a shower, and we left for the airport. We got to the airport like an hour and a half early, which was fine, and I was like, got my second wind, and so we went and got bagels. We had bagels from this local place in Indianapolis called Shapiro's, and we sat there and we both watched American Horror Story 1984. It's like so out of focus or something. I don't know if it's because it's so dark out here or what. I tried to like put a chair on top of the table on top of the chair, and it wouldn't work, but whatever. This hotel that we're staying at is fantastic, and I'm gonna do a room tour one of these days this week, but just time got away from us today. So anyway, I got to the airport, got checked in, flew from Indianapolis to Chicago, and then from Chicago to San Diego. In Chicago, it was so funny because TwitchCon is here in San Diego, so Twitch is like a streaming thing, like YouNow that I stream on, but it's Twitch, and it's a lot of gamers and things like that, and so they're having like their conference, which is like VidCon for YouTube, but it is TwitchCon, and so our entire plane was like all these TwitchCon people. It's kind of fun actually, and so there was a problem with the door on the plane, and they had to tape it shut so that it would stay closed while we flew. I know, I was like, excuse me, you're taping the door shut? I was a little weird about it. So anyway, so yeah, so we flew from Chicago to San Diego. It was like 4.5 hours, something like that. I was so tired, you guys. I was so tired. I was about to like pass out, and but I don't sleep in planes and in cars very well. I just don't do it very well. And so I watched Get Out, which is by Jordan Peele, who directed the movie Us, which I watched when we went to, did I watch that when we went to Las Vegas? I think I did. And so I watched Get Out, which is from 2017. It was really, really good. It was really scary. High concept movie, really some interesting issues. So if you haven't seen Get Out, you should check it out. And we had like those movie screens, you know, like on the plane. So we were like, there was all these different things that I could watch. I started watching The Mule with Clint Eastwood because I've been wanting to see that, but I just could not get into it because I was so tired. And so then I started watching Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire because I actually haven't watched that one yet since I read the book. And I was like, watching it and falling asleep, and I was in and out. It was, oh my God, it was, and I'm like stuck like this. Alex is in the aisle seat, or in the middle seat, I'm in the aisle seat, we're all like this together, and it was just a long flight. It was a long flight. So we got into San Diego at 9:30. We were supposed to get in like a half an hour before, but we got in at like 9:30 in the morning. 9:30, 9:40. Got to our hotel at, okay, the San Diego hotel was like, the whole place literally looked like it was all like streamers and YouTubers here for TwitchCon. It was all these like young people, and they all had like, you know, it was really fun today at the airport. So, I mean fun because there were so many different kind of like characters and people there, you know? So then we got to our hotel, and we got here like 10:30. I don't know, like 10:15, 10:30, something like that. But check-in wasn't until 4. And I thought, surely it's not gonna take, don't call me Shirley, not till 4. Like I was like, okay, it's gonna maybe take a couple hours, but I was like, not till 4. Please, not till 4. So they were so nice though, and they were like, we don't have anything available right now. And I also had forgotten that when I booked it, so like the hotel that we're staying at, the suites have king-size beds, but the regular like oceanfront, ocean view rooms only have 2 queens. And those were like the only options that they had. So I had requested, like, if you have a king, could we upgrade to a king? So we got 2 queens. We have 2 queens, which is totally fine. But I just thought that was funny. So anyway, 2 queens in a room together, sleeping in 2 queens. But so they were really nice, and they're like, we don't have a room ready for you. And we're like, that's okay. And my brother-in-law had told us of this place to go have brunch, and it was called Breakfast Republic in Pacific Beach. It was so good, you guys. It was, oh my god, it was so good. And it was really cool, and they did like these, they had these, you know, like those booster shots that are like, they come in like shot glasses, but they're like for, like, boosting your immune system and energy and things like that. So we each got one of those. It was like wheatgrass and juice and all this kind of stuff. The place was very earthy, very cool. And they had like 5 or 6, they had like 3 or 4 vegan options and like a couple vegetarian options. And so Alex was like, well, I'll just eat that with you and then we can share it. So we got these 2 like breakfast Tostito things that actually had vegan chorizo on it, which was so good, you guys. And then we got like these breakfast nachos. It was this huge plate of nachos, and it had like eggs on it, and black beans, and guacamole, and the vegan chorizo, and all this kind of stuff, and the best coffee in the world, and it was so fun. So then we got, we stayed there for a while, and they had, we didn't get pancakes, but the couple next to us got pancakes, and they were like, they had like Oreo pancakes, they had like unbelievable pancakes. So we got coffee to go, and then we walked all the way down, and we walked all the way down the pier at Pacific Beach, and then we came back, and we kind of just sat down for a little bit. And then we walked and walked and walked. We got back to our hotel at like 1:30, and our room still wasn't ready. And I was like, literally, like, have you ever been so tired, like, after a road trip that you're like, I don't know that I can go 5 more minutes? That's how I felt. I was like, I do not know that I can go 5 more minutes. I am so tired. So we sat by the pool, because Alex had to charge his phone and I had to charge my phone. And I fell asleep at the pool, okay? And I'm like in this long sleeve black t-shirt and my baseball hat, and I'm like this, or my trucker, you know, icon hat. I'm like asleep, like at this table by the pool. And I called Tanya at one point too to check on the dogs, and the dogs are great. PP is doing great. And took his medicine, ate his food and everything. So I was talking to her, and I was like, I kept on nodding off, and then I was like totally asleep. And Alex goes, babe, they're calling, they're calling. So they had called and said our room was ready. So we came upstairs and got into the hotel room. Now my husband does something that I think is so adorable. I don't know why. I think it's because when I was a little kid, I used to do this. I don't do this anymore. But he unpacks all of his clothes. So like he takes everything out of his clothes and puts it in the drawers and hangs everything up. It's so sweet. I think it's so cute. And so I just laid there on the bed, and I was like watching this movie that just started, and I was like, what is this movie? Like, I feel like I've seen this movie before. It was with Bradley Cooper and Liam Neeson. Was that who it was? And anyway, I was like, I kept on saying to Alex, is this like the remake of the A-Team? Is that what this is? It was the remake of the A-Team. I don't know how I figured it out. But anyway, there's like literally like people. It's like right now, 11:22, which means it's 2:22 my time, and I'm like wide awake now. But there's like literally people like walking and rollerblading right below me right here. Beautiful. San Diego is absolutely beautiful. It looks a lot like LA to me. It looks a lot like LA. So I was just like laying there on the bed. I was like half asleep. We were waiting for Fufu to get off from work. So when he got off work, he called Alex and he was like, what do you want to do? And so Alex was like, well, we want to do dinner tonight. We made dinner plans. And so Fufu came over and hung out in the hotel room for a little bit. And then Alex and Fufu went and had drinks somewhere like really close for like 45 minutes. And then Fufu went home to like take a nap and like freshen up and whatever. And Alex called Sarah while I was taking a nap, because I took a nap for like 2.5 hours. I completely like just crashed out. And I probably could have slept for the whole night. I was so tired. And I woke up. Do you ever wake up from a nap and you're like worse off than before you started? Usually my naps, I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm so refreshed. I felt like so much worse. I felt like emotional hangover, or, you know, physical hangover, like, and y'all know I don't drink, so I just was so tired, right? So I got up and Alex was back, and so he was taking a shower, or he started taking a shower, and then I took a shower and we got dressed to go to, I wore my little shirt that I wore in Las Vegas, a little polka dot shirt. And so Fufu and his girlfriend Jessie picked us up. They came up to our room and like saw our room and stuff like that, and then, because Jessie hadn't seen it. And we went to this restaurant called George's, which actually, like some of Alex's friends have recommended to him that live out here. We have some friends that live out here too. And so I was, yeah, and earlier today I was like texting Aphrodite. He was like here for TwitchCon, so we were like talking and stuff too. We're trying to meet up at some point to do a collab while we're out here, but I don't know if that'll happen. So anyway, yeah, and then what else? I don't know. Huh. Oh, we went to this restaurant, George's, which is in La Jolla. It's a really nice area. I said to Fufu, I said, where are we going? If there's like a McLaren dealership, a Bentley dealership, a Bugatti. He's like, we're in La Jolla. And I was like, well, this is really nice around here. So we went to this restaurant. It's called George's. It was on the ocean. It was beautiful. We sat outside and it like overlooks the ocean. It was really nice. And I had this rigatoni that had like nuts and all this kind of stuff in it. It was so delicious. And Alex had skirt steak. Fufu had, it is really out of focus, isn't it? Fufu had salmon, and Jessie had, what did she have? Some kind of steak, salmon steak or something like that. So, yeah. And then we were gonna go over to their apartment afterwards and kind of like hang out and all that kind of stuff. But Fufu like started falling asleep at the dinner table, and he has to work tomorrow. They both have to work tomorrow really early. He's going in early so that he can get off early and hang out with us. We were gonna go to the zoo tomorrow, but I think we're gonna go to the zoo on Saturday. Fufu has to work like one Saturday a month, and he found out that he has to work on Saturday. He was only work like 6 hours. So I think he may go to the zoo with us afterwards on Saturday. And then Sunday we may do the hike. So, yeah. So it was fun. We had a good time. And it's just really relaxing. Our hotel room beds are so comfortable, you guys. Our hotel room is really, really nice. And it's just, the hotel is cute. It's small. It's a little boutique hotel. But it's cute and small. And it's right here. The beach is like right here. And it's like unbelievable. So here, I'll show you how close I am to the beach. You guys want to see? You see? That's the beach right there. Can you believe it? So close. So yeah, and what else? I bought the book Supermarket. I don't know if you guys have heard of this book called Supermarket. It's getting like rave reviews. I don't really know much about it. I was gonna start it today, but I didn't. 1984 was really, really good. This episode this week. And then I also got that audiobook, The Chain, but I haven't started listening to it yet. I smell the ocean. It smells so good. that was about it. It was a nice traveling day, except for that I was so exhausted. I just didn't want to get like, you know, start getting irritable and angry. And I was like, if I didn't get a nap like soon, I was like coming onto the edge of getting irritable. You know, do you guys ever do that when you get like irritable and angry? And I really wanted to vlog the whole day. I wanted to vlog like, and I'm going to this week. So just, I know people are gonna be like, you're just gonna sit in a hotel room. No, I'm gonna vlog this week. It's actually, there's not like a lot of music playing and stuff like that, so I can vlog outside. I should have vlogged the pier and everywhere today. I don't know why I didn't. I also need to figure out how to cover up the microphone thing on the camera so it's not like super, super windy when I'm doing that. But we'll walk down there again and I'll film all that, and what we do from now on I'll film. So that I've got, you know, stuff to vlog. I brought my little North Face backpack with me, which is really easy to carry around like a purse, so I can put a bunch of stuff in there and keep my camera, and then I'll have my camera to like, you know, vlog and stuff. I'm excited. Just really nice. It's gonna be a lot of like really just kind of relaxing for this, you know, stuff. Like they were talking about the music festival tonight and stuff, and I thought it was gonna be like this big deal, and it's like they're just gonna go for a couple hours each night, so it's really not that much. And Jesse and Fufu just really kind of want to hang out. Tomorrow night we're gonna like go out to dinner and do the same thing we did tonight, like go out to dinner and just kind of hang out and talk and stuff. And it was fun. I like going to, like, I don't go to dinner like this as much anymore, where it's like a 3-hour deal, and then we sit and like I had coffee afterwards, and you know, they all split like a bottle of wine, and it was fun. It was nice, you know, and we just sat there and talked, and Jesse and I were telling like what we think are the funniest stories that we've heard about all of them from when they were kids growing up. And yeah, it was just really nice. It was really fun. They're so sweet. I feel so blessed to just have the in-laws and the family that I do, you know. It's really fantastic. Miss my dogs like crazy already. I've seen so many people out here with dogs. I'm like, I wish I could just travel with my dogs all the time. But, I mean, I guess I could, but I probably, I don't know. I just don't even know that I want to put them through that stress. They don't even like to, Pee-Pee likes to be in the car, but Boo and, well, now, like, Tucker, you know, will just kind of like sit there and whatever, but like, Boo Bradley cries the whole time. They don't love being in the car. So I can't imagine how they would be on a plane, you know? I will say one thing for San Diego, it kind of gets quiet early around here. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I mean, it's 11:30 on a Thursday night. Maybe it's where we're at in San Diego, but it's just like super, super quiet here. There's like nothing going on. There's like a security guard that just like walked through there. So yeah, that's about my life. I'm actually, this vlog is going to be really short. Like, I'm going to get off here in just a second. So I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you guys, but this will be the shortest, one of the short, well no, I actually had a vlog, do you guys remember, that was like walking right underneath me. Do you remember I did a vlog and it was like 10 minutes long? Oh my god, that was the worst. But I still vlogged. I vlogged every single day. So this will be... It's like a security guard. He's like going all around the grounds. What is he looking at? Oh, he's looking in the pool in the hot tub. It's all like highly guarded. But anyway, what was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. I can't believe I'm gonna get such a good night's sleep tonight. I mean, I'm like, it is 11:30. I'm gonna be in bed by 12 or 12:30. Peter Bot is gonna be in bed by 12 or 12:30. I have such a blessed life. I think about the fact that, like, my mom's fear of flying and interstates really kept her from traveling, you know? And I just feel so free when I get to travel, even if it's just, you know, to like out of town for a night, or if it's for like a week's long vacation or whatever. I just feel so free and so connected to Alex. And we were talking about marriage and relationships a lot tonight. And they were like, it's so crazy you guys have been together like over 11 years. It's like, we've worked so hard, you know? And I'm so proud of our marriage. And I love traveling with him because that's like that time that, you know, we get just together. So anyway, well, speaking of time together, I'm gonna go inside and sleep in my queen bed while he sleeps in his. I said, well, what do we do if we, like, whose bed do we, I should even say this, but listen, okay, family friendly, we're all married. I said, well, whose bed do we get romantic in? And he goes, we'll take turns. So anyway, but I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna get ready for bed. I bought some like face masks and like some hydrating stuff. Just like one thing, well, two things. And so like a face mask and then like a hydrating thing. So I think I'm gonna do that tonight and just relax, unwind, drink. They have really nice bottles of water in there, like really nice ones. So drink some water, get ready for bed, get cozy, and then fall asleep. So I know it's just short tonight, but yeah, I will show you guys more of our trip throughout the week. I love you guys. I hope you are having an amazing Friday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your life. Most of us live blessed lives, you know, and practice gratitude every day if you can, and do something today that will make you really happy. Do some random act of kindness, and make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and say, I love you. There's no mirror around here. Well, I can just look in the camera and say, I love you, you're valuable, you are important. Do positive affirmations every day, and most importantly, make sure that you pass it on to somebody else and let them know how important they are to you, and that let people know that they make a difference in your life. So with that being said, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? Well, I did it again. I slept straight through the night. It is currently 6:08 a.m. on Saturday. So this is Friday's vlog. But I feel really rested. So the reason why it's a problem is not so much that I'm getting up at 6 a.m. and filming my vlog, which I'm sure is strange to a lot of people, but it's not strange to me. Actually, I saw my neighbor yesterday, my new neighbor that moved in, and she was like, you have kind of crazy hours. And I said, yeah, and she knew that I like make videos for YouTube. And I was explaining to her what I do, and I said, you know, sometimes I like to go to sleep with Alex, and so like I'll go to sleep with Alex, and then I'll wake up and be like, oh my god, I forgot, you know, I still have to go vlog, and I'll go outside and I'll vlog and whatever. And she was like, that's so much fun that you get to do that. And I was like, yeah, I love it, you know. So anyway, it wouldn't really be a problem today because I would go back home and maybe go back to sleep for a couple hours, although I'm weirdly like awake. And I think the reason is because I literally got 7+ hours of sleep. I slept straight through the night. I mean, I was out. I remember like Alex and he like put his hand across my chest, and we were like talking about today or Saturday, and I turned like, and I was like, good night babe, love you, and I like turned over and I was out. Like I don't remember or anything after that. And he was on his phone when I told him goodnight. So, it is cold in Indianapolis. It is 30 degrees. Oh, but the reason why, like it usually wouldn't matter, but today it does, is because today is Carlitos' birthday party, which is at 2 p.m. And I'm meeting Alex there because he has like work stuff he has to do today. And then I got some water before I left. I was so thirsty for water. You know, and of course I want to make videos and stuff. So we've got to figure out a time to do that because we're apparently going to his birthday party at 2 o'clock. I'm sure that will probably go 2 hours, 3 hours, and then we're supposed to go back over to Carlos and Liliana's for like, to hang out and do like birthday cake or something over there. So it'll end up being this very long deal. Well, I also have my audiobook that I have to listen to. And so my plan had been to really drive around tonight, Saturday night, and listen to like 4 hours of it. That had been my plan, to listen to 4 hours on Saturday night and 4 hours on Friday night, sorry, and 4 hours on Saturday night, and then have the whole thing done. I know there are some people that are like so confused right now, like what day it is and whatever, watching this. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's like Janice Joplin said, it's all the same effing day, man. But you know, like, I was gonna listen to 4 hours on Friday night. I was gonna get my vlog done early, and then, because that's why I laid down at like 10:30 and something like that, and I was gonna lay down from 10:30 to like 11:30, I think is when I set my alarm, and then get up, and I was gonna vlog from like 11:30 to 12:30, and then I was going to listen to my audiobook till like 4:30 in the morning. And then tonight, I was gonna listen to like another 4 hours throughout the day, and then I'd have the book done. Well, now I've screwed myself because it is the day before the live stream. We may have to move the live stream. I just don't know how I'm possibly gonna get this book done in 24 hours. I don't know. I need to talk to Mel about it today. I mean, it's not like it's a huge ordeal. There's only like 30 people that come to the live stream, which is great. You know, I mean, I've never in a million years thought I'd ever have a book club that had that, you know, 30 to 50 people that attend. Here's my coffee lip balm. There's like 2,000 people that are active, like, well, 2,000 people in the book club. And of course, not everybody reads the book every month, but there's quite a few people that read the book that just don't come to the live stream. I would do the live streams on YouTube since I figured that out. But last time we guested a bunch of people. That water tastes so good. But last time we guested a bunch of people. And I want to be able to do that again, and you cannot do that on YouTube Live anymore. Plus, I can kind of like moderate what's going on a little bit easier. The fact that it's smaller, I don't know, keeps it just a little bit nicer. So, because it doesn't go so fast, you know. So that's supposed to be on Sunday at 4 p.m. I'm gonna have to talk to her today and see what we're gonna do. I don't want to go into it just not having finished the book. I like the book. I just don't know that there's any way that I can possibly get it done. That means I have to listen to 9 hours in 24 hours. I just don't know that there's any possible way that I can get that done. So anyway, but I had kind of planned that on Saturday I wasn't sure that I was going to make videos anyway because of Carlitos' birthday party, and I just kind of wanted to be with family and stuff. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just take the day. But on Friday, because I was so busy, I had like all this sobriety stuff to do on Friday. I was like, I had like this commitment in the early evening, and then I was had to meet with a friend of mine in the afternoon. I was like, well, maybe, but I ended up making videos on Friday. So, okay, what did I do? I got up, and like I said, this vlog, did I say this already? This vlog is not going to be super long. It just can't be, you guys, today, because I have too many things. I'm on my way currently, well, I'm in the direction of, whenever I finish vlogging, I'll probably go in there and do it. I'm in the direction of going to get Carlitos' birthday present. Alex already got him something. He got him a bunch of Spider-Man stuff, apparently, when he was at Target. So Alex got off work yesterday, and he went over and picked up Sarah, and then they went to Target, and he bought Carlitos' birthday present. He was gonna get it from both of us, but I was like, no, I want to get him something too. So when he was there, he FaceTimed Carlitos and like was showing him stuff, and I was like, well, that makes it real exciting for the kids. So he got him like the Spider-Man stuff. He really wants a remote control car, so I think I'm gonna get him a remote control car, is what I'm gonna do. People are up and early at Denny's this morning. So yeah, that's the direction I'm going in. But anyway, what was I gonna say? So this is gonna have to be a short vlog today. I got up on Friday, and I'm trying to think of what I did. Oh, like I got up and I took the dogs out, gave PP his medication, and then I had to like leave and get out of the house because I had to go meet up with my friend. And so I went and met up with my friend for coffee. And then I had a bunch of errands to run after that. My day seemed to go so quick because I didn't leave there until like 3, and then I had to be at this recovery commitment thing at 5, and so it was like my day went super fast. I came home in between, and I filmed. Did I do it afterwards or before? No, I did it afterwards. After so like I'm just saying, it was like an hour long. It's like an hour and a half long, and then I got home about 6:45, and I filmed a video for my Peter Mon channel, and then I filmed a video for my Peterisms channel, and I wanted to do a review video, but I didn't get to it. And not enough hours in the day. That's how I feel. I was thinking about this yesterday because I announced my book and my Peterisms channel that, so I'm going to start doing this like every month on my Peterisms channel. I'm going to read a book. There's going to be like, it's like kind of like a read-along, not necessarily like a book club, but like a read-along. Self-help or motivational book. And so for November, I'm reading The 4 Agreements, and by Don Miguel Ruiz. I've never read it before. I heard it was fantastic. And but I was thinking about, you know, like how in my life I've had people like criticize me and be like, you're always starting things, you're always like new ideas, and you sometimes like don't like your ideas never, you know, come to fruition, but a lot of times they do, you know. A lot of my ideas that I've started, like a book club or like a vlog or whatever, have taken on a life of their own, or YouTube. You know, when I started doing YouTube on BookTube, that was like when I was committed to like posting regularly. I never thought, and I mean, I never in a million years thought that it would turn into this, you know, where it literally became my life. I just really had no idea. And that was just 3.5 years ago. So it's crazy how, you know, much your life can change in such a short amount of time. I posted this picture yesterday on my Instagram, and I was like, can't wait to be back. It was like from Miami, and I was like, can't wait to be back in Miami, or be back in Miami next week or something. Will be our second home, hopefully very soon or something. Oh my God, I got so many people from like my personal life that called me and was like, are you moving? Did you not tell us something? Blah, 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 whatever. Like Melissa texted me and she was like, are you moving to Miami? What's going on? I was like, Melissa, we were just at your house last night. Don't you think we would have told you? And, but we have kind of been on the down low looking at houses, and, it's been very exciting. We have some areas picked. And we kind of did anyway, that we, like, areas that we were looking at. I would love to be right in South Beach, but that's just not realistic. It's just too expensive. And as much as I like that Brickell area, which is one of the areas that we looked at, I just don't know that we can afford that. Like, I just think, I mean, I just don't want to be house poor for a second home, you know, that we're not going to be in all the time. And it's not really in an area that you could Airbnb it. I mean, you could, but I don't know that. I don't know. And that's not really what I want to do with a place anyway. Like, if I have my own second place, like, I want to have my own second place that I can go to whenever I want. But, so anyway, yeah, I don't think I really want to say a whole lot more about that right now. But we are seriously starting to look at some places. The other thing is that we would never move completely from Indianapolis. We would go back and forth. PP had a great day today. He was weird. I don't know if maybe it's the weather and now he's used to it or what, but he woke up today and what is this sandwich called? It says, is it called the Pilgrim? And it's like all turkey. The Pilgrim, it is. And it's like, oh, a Thanksgiving feast in every bite, and it's cranberry sauce and turkey, and at the Get-Go gas station. They should sponsor my channel, the Get-Go, for me sending people to go eat their Thanksgiving feast sandwich. See, that's like something that sounds good if I wasn't a vegetarian. But like turkey almost sounds worse to me though than a cheeseburger, in all honesty. PB did great today. I think he coughed like once the entire day, and he was super active, and he was running around in the backyard. I don't know if maybe he's just, now it's 34 degrees, that's so weird. Maybe he is just used to the weather. I think what happened was the night before I had felt bad for him because he just seemed so hungry, and he doesn't like that food. So I gave him like a huge plate of Boo and Tucker's food, and he literally ate it down in like 2 seconds. And I think it just made him sick. I think like he was like, his little stomach couldn't handle it, and I thought I was doing something right, you know. He just hates that food that he eats. Like, he hates it. Like, tonight we put it down and he wouldn't eat it. And you know what was so funny was, I stood in the kitchen finally and I was like, PP, I was like, that food is perfectly fine. You need to eat your food, PP. And he looked up at me and then he started eating the food. When I stood right there, he ate it. Like, ate it. And, like, not like just nibbled around it, but like he ate it. But then he did that for like 5 minutes, and then he looked up at me and he like walked away. And like half the plate was left. I was like, damn it, baby. You know, and our vet had always said, she said, I would rather have a lean dog with heart disease than a heavy dog with heart disease. So, you know, she's always happy with his weight, but I don't want him to get thin. Like, I don't want him, you know. And PP's never been heavy, and he's never been super thin. So, but he's doing much better today. he was running around the backyard and chasing his brothers, and then I had to, like, he's so funny. At one point, like, Boo and Tucker came inside, and I was like, Pee-Pee! I was like, come on, Pee-Pee, let's go inside, let's have treats. And he just, like, looked at me. And so I, like, walked inside, and I was, like, doing some other stuff, and I came back out there, because, like, he just walked around the backyard, and I go, Pee-Pee, I go, come on, we gotta have treats, let's go. And he just, like, stopped and looked at me, and then he kept on, like, sniffing the grass. So I let him keep on walking around. I went back out there, like, 3 or 4 minutes later. And I go, Pee-Pee, I go, you better come on. And he just stopped and looked at me, and I go, okay, I guess no treats then. And he came, like, running inside. It was so funny. It's so weird, you know, like, Alex said to me yesterday, he said, I'm starting to worry that maybe PP is starting to wind down. You know, that they, because, like, a lot of what we've read, I need to stay off those articles, but, like, my vet always tells me that. She's like, every situation is completely different. Do not read articles about that stuff, but, you know, they'll say, oh, dogs with heart disease start to wind down, and they get real lethargic at the end, and they lose their appetite, you know, it's like, so I pick, you know, and choose symptoms that PP has and put them all together and basically say, well, it's over, you know, and then I get real worried and real stressed out. And so Alex was like, yesterday, he was like, because PP just didn't seem himself at all, and he was like, I think maybe he's starting to wind down, and Alex got real upset, and I was like, oh, I'm not ready for this, you know, I'm just not. I'm not ready for my life to change that drastically, I guess. And, I mean, we don't have any control, you know, over when pets go. I get so many, you know, comments in the comment sections from you guys. It just breaks my heart for you when you're like, oh, my, you know, I lost my dog today, or, and I always feel so horrible for you guys, you know. And, I mean, I know it's a part of of life, you know, but so anyway, I was worried I was going to wake up and he was going to be 10 times worse than he had been on Thursday, but that wasn't the case. So he was 100% better, and I was very happy about it. And he's doing good this morning, because right before I left, I took them out, and he just leaped off the bed to go outside, and I took him outside, and then I gave him his morning medicine stuff, so. Anyway, I was singing that Donna song for Alex. I was like, oh, Donna. He was like, I was like, do you know that song? He was like, no. And I'd actually downloaded it like a couple weeks ago, and so I have it like on my iPad, or what do you call it when it's in your phone? Just your iTunes? Is that what you call it? Just your iTunes? I was like, here, I'm gonna play it for you. He was not impressed, and I was standing up and I was like swaying it, and I was using it as like a microphone, and I had a girl and I wasn't there. But my favorite part of this song, what's my favorite part? Well, it's not till the very end. I didn't realize it until I was listening to the song. It's like the last 30 seconds. So then I was like, do you know Richie Valens? And he was like, didn't he die in a plane? And I go, is that all you know about Richie Valens? And he goes, well, what do you know? And I go, didn't you see the movie? And he goes, what movie? And then I couldn't remember what the movie was called, you guys, and I had to like look it up. And I couldn't remember it, and I looked up Richie Valens movies. Well, apparently, to my idiocy, Richie Valens was like in a ton of movies, like in the 50s or 60s or whatever, you know, like Elvis was. And so it pulled up all of those movies, and I was like, what was that? And then all of a sudden it pulled up Lou Diamond Phillips' picture, and I was like, yes, Lou Diamond Phillips, that's who it is. And it was La Bamba, and I had totally forgot that it was da 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 la 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 bamba. So I said to Alex, this is truly what it is like living with me, just so you know. So for you 14 haters that dislike my video every day, this is what it would be like for you all the time. But anyway, I was like, do you know that movie? And he was like, what movie? And I was like, la 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 bamba. I know I missed or added a few laws in there. But anyway, I hope I got one of my haters to at least smile just a little bit, because y'all are so bitter. But anyway, better! He said, of course I know that movie. I go, well, you don't know Donna. He goes, well, who's Donna? And I go, Donna was his girlfriend in the movie. He goes, he died in a plane accident. I go, I know he died in a plane accident, Alex, but he had a girlfriend, her name was Donna, and he wrote a song for her. Was she his wife or something? I can see her in the movie. Whatever happened to Lou Diamond Phillips? So Alex and I tonight, I got done with my videos. He came home. I did not start my diet today. I'm sure it's a real surprise to people, and I'm real let down over it. But anyway, I was like, well, maybe Monday. Anyway, maybe Monday in June. I mean, it's just a joke, isn't it? So anyway, I got food, not healthy food either. I got Burger King. And so anyway, and sat there and ate, and he had all this chili, and we watched both episodes, the last 2 episodes of American Horror Story that we hadn't watched. It's so still on the, I was at the end and didn't even know it. It's so still on the lake this morning. But we watched both episodes of American Horror Story that we hadn't seen, and yeah, it was good. I might have gotten Burger King and a Crunchwrap Supreme. A black bean Crunchwrap Supreme. And my husband might have had several bowls of chili and 2 cookies from Melissa's. Look, it was Friday night. Anyway. So, yeah, so we watched American Horror Story. I'm trying to think what the episodes were. They were good. It just doesn't seem very cohesive to me this season. I'll have to say, this is one of the seasons, American Horror Story. It's called 1984 if you're not watching it. And it's basically like modeled after like 80s horror movie, of which you know I love. And like, I was really excited about it when it started, and I'm not excited about it now. Like, it's okay. Like, I enjoy watching it, and I enjoy it. I enjoy having a show together that Alex and I watch. He really doesn't like the season, and but I'm just not that excited about it. I just don't think it's that good. I find myself talking about other stuff. Like, we were sitting there, we both love Billy Lords, I think is her name. And so he was like, he said something about her tonight. And I said, I love her. I said, she's fantastic. She was in Scream Queens too. And he was like, she just came out of nowhere. And I said, she's one of the richest women in Hollywood. And he goes, what? And I go, she's one of the richest women in Hollywood. And he said, we have this argument every time, he forgets who she is. And he goes, from doing Scream Queens in this show, no, she's not. And I go, her mother was Carrie Fisher, and her grandma was Debbie Reynolds. I don't know why I can always never remember it's Debbie Reynolds. And I said, I think she and her brother split the inheritance or something like that. Or she and Carrie Fisher's brother split the inheritance or something like that. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. I go, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia from Star Wars. He's like, I know. He was so cute tonight. Alex had all the dogs around him. But then because all the dogs, Boo and Tucker were like right together. It was so cute. But because so he sits down and then he puts a blanket over his lap, and then the dogs like all sit on the blanket around him. But then he thinks that is a reason to have me go get him things. So he was like, I have some sprees in there, but he said they were sweet tarts. He was like, I have some sweet tarts in there. Can you get those for me? And I went in there. And I was like, you mean sprees? He was like, yeah, sprees. Can you give me my sprees? I was like, yeah, sure. Then he was like, can you give me another blanket? Like, is there anything else you want me to do? Because you can't get up. He's like, I have the dogs. He kept on going, I have the dogs. Oh, man. I met a girl. Oh, that's my favorite part where it goes, oh, Jana. But that's at the very end, in case you want to know. It's like literally in the last 30 seconds. We went to a friend's house the other night that's like up the street, and we came from the other way, like down here, coming this way, and I never go down there. Like, I always turn around in this church, which is like out in the middle of nowhere anyway. If you live in Indianapolis, I'm in Oak Landon right now, which I have no reason to drive to Oak Landon, right? It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So, but it's like the backside of Geist, which is where I grew up. So if you go down here, there's like a gas station and like strip malls and stuff like that. So we came from that direction and we were going over here, and Alex goes, said something about where, he goes, oh, I know where we are now. He was like, you know, me and so-and-so used to go to lunch over here all the time because Alex used to do a bunch of work stuff over here. And I was like, oh yeah. And all of a sudden we passed this church and I was like, that's that church that I turn around in all the time. It's at 800. The street is 800. Like 800 North or something. I can't see what it says. 800 Northwest or something. And I thought it said Boo on it. I was like, oh my God, it's Boo Street. That's so hilarious. And all of the corn is gone out here. Whenever I tell Alex that, like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I vlog out here. And he'll be like, you vlog out here? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you come out all the way out here and vlog. And I'm like, yeah, where do you think I vlog? Around our neighborhood? Like 200 times or something? I just got the biggest craving for a Dr. Pepper. I don't even know why. Doesn't that sound so good though right now, Dr. Pepper? You're probably like, no. Why would you just randomly think of that? Because I do. It sounds delicious to me. I want to get a bunch of Christmas candles and Christmas stuff. I don't know when I want to put up the Christmas decorations this year. Well, really, it's just my little tree. But I might buy some other things this year and put it up too. But I don't want the house to be too cluttered. Although the other day I said to Alex, did he bring it up or did I bring it up? Because we were talking about getting new sheets. I love that comforter. I love so much. We might need to get like another one in a different color or something, so that when we clean them, we can just put the new one on. But he said, I was thinking about getting some new sheets, and I said, do you want to get another pair of sheets? Because I really liked that brand of jersey sheets I got. And that's what I meant. And he was like, yeah, do you want to get flannel? And I go, flannel? And he was like, I haven't had flannel sheets in forever, but I like flannel looking sheets that are jersey, you know? And he was like, yeah, you know, and because I had said to him, I said to him like a month or two ago, like, could we get some flannel sheets? So I like how they look, and I think they're cute and masculine and stuff. And he was like, yeah, he was like, we can get some flannel sheets. And then the other day, he like mentioned it. He was like, are we going to get the flannel sheets? And I was like, well, we can. I can't believe that, like, I don't know what just made me think of this, that like every day of my dad's life, like he's been up for like 2 hours already. Like, I know if I went to my dad's house right now, like, he would have, like, read the newspaper, had, like, his first 2 cups of coffee for the day, and be, like, completely showered and dressed for the day. Even on a Saturday. My dad was never, like, the type that, like, when he went into work, my dad is a super sharp dresser. And when I was a kid, he went to Chicago and he got his suits from this store called Mark Shale in Chicago. And my dad always wore the coolest suits. Like, in the winter, I just remember he had the most beautiful suits, and they were like, you know, all these tweeds, and, you know, and then he would have just really pretty ties, and he always just looked like a college professor, you know, at Yale or something like that. And he wears little round rim glasses and stuff. And so anyway, my dad, my dad loves clothes, and he's just, but like those kind of clothes, you know, he's just a sharp dresser. But you know how, like, some people, like, I can remember, like, when I was talking to Caroline, my cousin Caroline, about her dad, my Uncle Dave, and she would say, you know, Dad, every day, no matter what, gets up and he puts on, like, khakis and, like, a button-down collared shirt, you know? Well, that is not my dad. That is not my dad. My dad is very much, like, he gets up every day and takes a shower. He, like, gets up, reads the paper. My dad reads, like, every day, like, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, every single day. And drinks his coffee, and then probably reads some other book. My dad's always reading some obscure book about something that you would never, he goes to the bookstore and he buys, like, he only reads nonfiction, and he buys, like, you know, 5 or 10 books on topics that you have never heard of before, about things. I mean, he just reads everything random. So when we go and see him, he's always telling us about, you know, something completely random about, like, this religious organization, you know, in this island that nobody's ever heard of. Not religious organization, but religious group or whatever, you know, or it'll be about a certain way to, like, you know, make tea, or some animal that's extinct or something. He's always reading about all these, like, just really random things. But anyway, but, like, on the weekends, my dad would get up, you know, and he would, showered and ready, but he would always just, like, in the summer, you know, put on, like, shorts and a t-shirt. My dad always, so this idea of me collecting t-shirts wherever I go, my dad did it. And it wasn't so much like a thing that he collected. I wouldn't say that he collected them. He just always bought t-shirts wherever he went. So, like, you know, my entire childhood was filled with my dad. My dad has worn Patagonia since I can remember. And he always would wear these, like, grayish or khaki Patagonia shorts that were kind of like mid-thigh. But they were like sailor shorts, because, you know, my dad always was on a boat. And because he had his own sailboat, and then he just was always on sailboats. He did, like, a lot of, like, medical missionary work on sailboats and stuff like that. So then he would have a t-shirt on top of it that would say, like, Honduras, or, you know, St. Thomas or something, you know. He had all these t-shirts, mostly from, like, the Caribbean, that he would wear. And that he would grab in the airport or whatever, or some bar that, you know, like, restaurant, like, in these places. My dad was, like, such a cool guy. He, and, you know, he was single for a long time, too, and he really enjoyed, I think, being single. And, I mean, he enjoys being with my stepmom, but I think the time that he was single, he enjoyed it, because every winter, it would scare my mom to death. This was after they were separated, but he would go to Banff, Alberta, Canada, I think that's correct, and he would hike in the Canadian Rockies by himself. I have several t-shirts from when I was a kid that said Banff on them, and he did too. But he would hike there when he was a kid, or when I was a kid, by himself. He would go up there for like 2 or 3 weeks. He actually dated this girl for a while that he met up there, and she was from New Zealand. and she was like one of the editors on the movie The Man from Snowy River. But anyway, she was like a world traveler. That was before like people just had like a backpack and traveled, I remember. He was so excited. She came to like visit. She stayed for an extended period of time, and we like watched that movie, which I don't think I ever really understood. But anyway, and at the very end, her name was in the credits. But my dad, that was when he did a lot of traveling like that. That's when he did like a lot of the medical work, like in Honduras and places like that. My mom would be like, I can't believe that he's taking all these risks. That was when he went to the US Open. So, okay. My dad, so I come from a big tennis family. Like, my family loves tennis. So my dad went to the US Open one year, but he wanted to get like courtside. So he made up these, he bought a huge, my dad loves cameras, he always has. And so he had just bought this brand new Nikon camera, I think it was. And he had this like huge, what do you call it? Like neck thing. It was like this big, you know? And it was like one of these, it was like, this is in the 70s. This was like 78, right? And it was like, it looked like a camera strap, but that was like woven, like hippie woven, you know what I mean? It was very artsy and colorful. And he like grew a beard out so that he looked like just some like random photographer that was like, you know, and then he had these like jean cutoff shorts on, and like he has pictures of himself at his house, like, okay, and like these huge tube socks pulled up, and then he had on like just some t-shirt that said like St. Thomas or something on it, and he went with this huge camera, and he literally, I mean, this is back in the day, like today you couldn't do it probably, you know, but that he made this like some, I can't, like Sports Illustrated or something like that. He made a press pass and laminated it. He laminated it and everything, and he went there and got courtside and literally got pictures of these guys courtside and at the US Open in New York City, and has pictures of him like, you know, down on one like, you know, knee like this, like taking pictures and stuff that people took of him. That's so funny that my dad did that. My dad is somebody that is like totally unafraid. Like he is unafraid and really, and we talk a lot about this word unbothered. Like he is really unbothered. Like it's funny how it has changed for him though over time. Like when I was younger, you know, like he would get really incensed is not really the word, but like, you know, if you told him something, he would get kind of heated about it. Not really heated, but like, okay, this isn't okay, and blah, blah, blah. He just isn't like that today. Like, if you tell him something, you know, he's just like, he just kind of laughs, you know, he's like, okay, you know, like, he just doesn't give things any time or energy that he doesn't care about, if that makes sense. Like, he loves his dog, he loves my stepmom, he loves me, he loves Alex, he loves the house, he loves being on the water, he loves his work. Other than that, he loves to read, he loves to travel. Other than that, he doesn't pay it a whole lot of attention. He just doesn't, you know? My jaw is hurting, I don't know why. Boo Radley is always the last dog to wake up, usually. Well, Pee-Pee has been the last couple days, but Boo Radley usually is. And Tucker's always the first one to wake up. But tonight, Boo Radley, I had to wake him up to take them outside. And Boo Radley was crying while he was dreaming. He was like, you know, running in his sleep, and he was like, Well, it was so cute. What do you think dogs dream of? You think they just dream of like running outside or chasing birds or eating snacks? Or when you think about the fact that like our dogs or cats or pets or whatever, they know us and they kind of recognize probably some people on the street or friends that, or family that we have that come by, and that's the limitation of their world, you know? Although, like, as much as dogs seem to understand, I really think they understand a lot more than we give them credit for. I also think that dogs watch TV. I don't think they understand it, but I think they actually can see images. Like, I was reading something and it said a long time ago, and it said that dogs can't see like the images that are on a TV. And then I read something recently. Is that a new strip mall? What is that? What is that? Oh, I've got to go see what this is. Is this a Tide Cleaners drive-through? What is that? I want to go there. I might have to try that for my review channel. But, then I read something recently and it said that dogs do know what is, this is like a brand new thing. It's kind of back here, kind of hard to get to though. That they do know, like when they're watching TV, what they're seeing. Which is funny because like our dogs watch TV. Boo Radley has no clue what's on that TV. But PP kind of watches it and he kind of goes like this and watches it, you know? Tide Cleaners. I don't get it. Drive-through entrance. Do you think it's like you drop your clothes off? It's gotta be. I'm gonna look it up because I wanna know. I wanna know if she really loves me. Oh my God, they're everywhere. Dry cleaning and laundry. Wash and fold. Tide Cleaners planning to open 5 indie area franchises. Why can't I get to the article? I don't want to leave a comment. It says you must be logged in to leave a comment. I don't care to be I don't care. I just want to read the article. What's the problem? Tide Cleaners provides personalized washing, folding, dry cleaning, and alterations. The future of laundry care, brought to you by America's #1 trusted brand. What are people going back to all of that? Like, oh, there's a little dog park in there. How cute is that by that apartment complex? But I will tell you what's funny is, it seems like it was so long ago that we didn't have a washer and dryer. Do you remember that period of time that we didn't have a washer and dryer? And we had to go to the laundromat, which I quite frankly loved going to the laundromat. Nowadays, it seems like, well, I don't right now because our washer and dryer is so fast that like, I put a load of wash in and then I get it done and then that's it. But it seems like I do a load of wash like every single day. I do something. Whether it's towels and linens. Actually, I need to do towels. We have so many towels though. We don't have so many towels to clean. We have so many towels, period. So like we clean them and then we put them, you know, away. And then we have more towels that we bring out, because we always buy towels. It seems like whenever there's like a sale, like on nice towels, like, well, Alex is good about that, about buying towels. I usually buy like the bedding, and he buys towels. So yeah. But I used to like always, like once we got the washer and dryer, I would always have something in the washer or the dryer, and, you know, be like running it. I don't so much. I wonder if that place is open, that Rise place. It's interesting to me that a lot of these like brunch places are not open at 5 till 7 on Saturday morning. I'm really kind of surprised by that. I think Patashu's open by now. It's at the end and I didn't know it. I said this was going to be short, and look, it ended up being long. I'm awake now. I don't think that I'm going to be able to go back to bed, which is fine, because then I can just make my videos for the day that I want to make and stuff. But, part of the problem is I don't know what I'm going to make my videos about just yet. Well, I could drive around and listen to my audiobook. God knows I need to do that, so. What is with all this crazy construction? Anyway, I think I'm gonna get off here now and just make this a little bit shorter, and I'll try to vlog longer tomorrow, you guys. Oh my God, this huge detour. What does it say? I'm gonna go this way, because I don't know how to go that way around. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here now, and listen to, I guess, my audiobook. I wanna get a Dr. Pepper. And I've gotta go, oh, I've gotta buy Carlitos' birthday present. I still have to go do that. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the Meijer and do that. I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday, unless you have other plans. But like I always say, do not have other plans. Enjoy your day, make the most of it. Do something today. Are you kidding me? This road is closed too. I feel like I'm stuck in the Twilight Zone. Anyway, do something today. Road closed to through traffic. Do something today that that you're gonna look back on and be proud of, or happy that you did. You're exchanging a day of your life for it. Life is not a dress rehearsal. And make sure that you look in yourself in the mirror. Back up. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say to yourself, I love you, you are valuable, you are important. Important. And you allow yourself to know your own self-value and your own self-worth. You gotta start telling ourselves that on a daily basis. And most importantly, make sure that you pass it on to somebody else and let them know that they are important to you. Live your life with compassion, love, and kindness. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!